Hello everyone, Professor Kagan here. Welcome back to another episode of the Professor's Lab. Today we've really got some interesting updates for you on the Ghostbusters gear, both in the real world and in the digital realm. Stuff that I'm designing that I haven't been able to print yet due to some problems with my wonderful little Ender 3. So, while I'm dealing with those issues, I want to walk you through this current Neutrona one that I'm working on. So it's a lot like my other standard designs. Uses the same peg system. I did design a new iteration of the peg system, but I have not put that in place yet. This knob actually turns for once. It doesn't turn on any other thrower I've made, but it does on this one. And that's just a cute little neat thing I added. And one of my big favorite features that I have came up with recently for Neutrona wands, and it's going to be a while before I can implement it on that one over there, because of how the nozzle barrel on that one is metal, of course. And I'll show you that side plate there in a second. I'll expand upon it. And I apologize for the bench being a bit of a mess. I've been working quite a bit on this stuff, but I think you'll enjoy this. I don't know if I can do it with just one hand. If I can get leverage. Doesn't seem like it's going to want to work. So, may have to cut between this and me holding this piece. So, I suppose I'll do that. Okay, so what I've got here is a prototype Neutrona wand nozzle based on what appears in the new Ghostbusters Frozen Empire film. As you can see, it's got the screw threads here, and in the wand barrel itself, there are threads, which you can kind of see with ridges on there. I'm going to fill that in with putty, make it nice and smooth. So this is just something I threw together really quick on top of the base, if I can get it to focus. Come on. There we go. And that's going to serve as a base for me to make nozzles based on the ones that appear in Frozen Empire, for example, and I will make a nozzle based on the first three movies. And there's a whole bunch of different attachment nozzles in Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, that video game. So I'm going to be working on nozzles from that too, because I think it would allow for a greater degree of modularity and connecting various parts of the Ghostbusters world together. I could even do stuff like add the nozzle from the Extreme Ghostbusters Neutrona pistol or Neutrona wands. Just whatever I want, really. And over in the world of stuff that I didn't design, I've been putting together the real Ghostbusters Proton Pack from Ghostbusters Gear on his Patreon. Mine is a little bit different. I took some creative liberties with his pack. For example, the Cyclotron Roundels, are meant to be blue, like the rest of the pack. I like the look of them as silver, so I kept that. This is actually supposed to be a light. I made it a clippered valve, and this clippered valve I found on Thingiverse. I'll try to find a link and give it to you. This is modeled off the clippered valve as seen in Ghostbusters, the video game. So, just another way of connecting multiple bits of Ghostbusters together. And this can be removed, so if I want to put a light on it, I still can. Like, these screws serve a functional purpose. It keeps the clippered in there. I need to repaint this because it doesn't look so good. I need to clean up the plastic a bit and repaint it. This is the piping. This is what I mean when I say the printer of mine's been having some issues. I've been working on that recently. These are just in place to keep the parts in shape. And then this right here is actually meant to be a bit of a 3D printable piece. a little cable that comes out of the injector tube into the actual bit of pack. I replaced it with a wire because I think it looks more realistic. I think it looks better than a 3D print. So I took a bit of wire from my old job and glued it in. Maybe eventually one day I can make that serve a functional purpose. That would be pretty cool. I don't have any electronics put together yet for it, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. And then moving up here on top of my water heater, because that's a great place to put things. Don't put stuff on your water heater. It's dumb, and I'm dumb, and you shouldn't do that. This is a new module plate based on the side plate that appears in Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. For some reason, they decided to put this yellow bit between the side plate. Focus. Come on. Come on. Come on. Between the side plate and the heat sink. So I modeled this myself using my module base, and I came up with this in like 20 minutes. I painted it myself. My paint job's not the greatest. I'm going to have to go back over it until it looks right. As you can see, the heat sink is not even. So I'm going to have to go back and redo that on a newer version. But as a test piece, I really like this. This is cool. And I've even got a label on the back, Frozen Empire 2023, and it doesn't want to focus. Oh. But now that we've seen that, we're going to transition to the digital plane where I can show you some more stuff that I'm planning with regard to this pack. This right here is actually the basic barrel nozzle that you'll see from Ghostbusters 1, 2, and Afterlife. Of course, without the tip and the banjo connectors and things of that nature. So this is the very bare bones thing. It's going to be printed in clear filament, so that way we can have the clear barrel, and then I'll just paint over this section here, which kind of mimics the rest of the Neutrona wand front barrel. I actually need to cut down this threading because it's a little too long, but I'll do that here shortly. The funny thing about threading with the program I use Autodesk Inventor 2017. That's what I was trained in. That's what I know, and I don't currently have access to a newer version. So the thing about Autodesk is that it has threading in the sense that it'll paste a image of threads to your specifications on a model, and that sucks. Thankfully, Autodesk has a tool online that you can use to take your part and convert it to an STL and an IPT file, which is what Inventor uses, and make an actual real threaded part with it. And thankfully, it's supposedly only compatible with Inventor 2018 files, but it takes my 2017 files fine. Sadly, I can't open the 2018 parts in 2017, but as long as I have the STLs and I keep my 2017 files as well as the 2018 ones, then everything's good until I can get a more modern version of Inventor whenever I get around to it. I very much look forward to printing out this nozzle. I've already got the clear filament, but as I said earlier when we were looking at the real physical stuff that I've printed out, I have some maintenance stuff to do in my printer that I'm waiting on parts for, so I won't be able to do that for a little bit. And as you saw me switch over to this window, this is the nozzle for the Neutrona wand from Ghostbusters 2016. Now, I did not design this. I didn't make this. Somebody on Thingiverse did. I don't remember their username, but I will. Like with the Ghostbusters, the video game Clippard Valve, I will leave a link to that file in the description of this video, so you can go check that out and download it. I will also be offering this on Thingiverse as a remixed item to go along with my barrel, and I'll show you the barrel here in a second. But this will be a remixed item, and I'll also offer like my base nozzle. So if you want to make your own nozzle, you can, because there's a lot of potential in these nozzles, I feel, because not only can I make nozzles based off of Ghostbuster Spirits Unleashed, like I had mentioned earlier. You know, we have the 2016 nozzles, we have the Extreme Ghostbusters nozzles, we have the weird triangle-shaped tips that you see on the real Ghostbusters. There's also the potential just for crossover nozzles. You can make one shaped like the vacuum nozzle from Luigi's Mansion if you really wanted to. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So I think it opens up a pretty cool way for Ghostbusters to mix and match stuff from the Ghostbusters universe and beyond. So I look forward to doing more with this, and when I put these files up, I hope I see other folks using it. But I'm going to switch over now to the custom gun barrel, so I will show you that in 1 second. Okay, so this is my custom gun barrel. It's not actually properly scaled within this program, but that's okay. I'll make sure that you have proper scaling instructions and stuff when this is available for download. As you can see, the threading inside is about 1 inch in length. The nozzles will be around half that. Just in case there's any printing issues with supports and things of that nature. It also closes in here in the back, and this is meant to serve as sort of a area where you glue, like you'll apply glue to this smaller end, and you will install it to the front end of my modular gun box. Of course, you are free to use this on any other gun box other fans have made. Use it on your own gun box, you know. I'm not your dad. You are free to use this for anything at all. Yes, even that. You know what I'm talking about. So, as I said, there is inch threading, and I actually plan on getting a 1-inch tap for my all metal handled Neutrona one, so I'll be able to use it with them as well, because something I haven't really done or have really talked about when I've made these Ghostbuster cosplay videos is that I want to make an ultra modular Neutrona wand. I want to be able to take things from all over the Ghostbusters universe and beyond and incorporate it into my cosplay. I want the attachments from Spirits Unleashed. I want to be able to put those on my Neutrona wand for real. I want to be able to take the upgrades from Ghostbusters, the video game, and put them on my Neutrona wand. I want to be able to take parts from Ghostbusters 2016 and Ghostbusters Extreme and the real Ghostbusters and mix and match and put all the Ghostbuster worlds into a blender and drink the delicious ecto cooler that comes out of them. Because, like I said, I've had a love for this franchise since I was a little kid. I can remember sitting in my dad's living room, like a foot away from the television, watching the courtroom scene in Ghostbusters 2. Not my favorite movie out of the series, but that is definitely a fond memory that I cherish. And I hope with these parts that you will be able to enjoy the same sort of things I enjoy and expand your arsenal for ghost hunting. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. I am sorry that this took longer than I wanted to make. Honestly, I'm not sure what it was, but I was very sick over the past week, but it seems to have cleared up now. Enough for me to make this video, at least. So, without further ado, I'm Professor Kagan, Professor and Ego Only. Y'all take care.